How did you yo? This is John, and today we're talking about Hoppers, a new movie out in theaters right now from Pixar. And in Hoppers, it deals with this college student who ends up running into this experiment going on where people put their minds in these robot animals. That way they can communicate and, learn more about animals. And she decides to use it to save this area of land called the Glade, and ends up unintentionally, almost igniting a war between humans and animals. Okay, let's get into this. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about what I liked about the movie, and I do like some of the themes in the movie because the movie deals with things like trying to stop the unstoppable. It also deals with loss, which, something we can all relate to, honestly. It is a little bit naive in the whole, hey, not everyone, is purely evil sort of, idea, sort of theme. I can think of people in history who clearly were. One of them was a German whose initials are A and H. Anyway, so yeah, I was kind of naive on that front, but there are some themes in the movie that I think are universal and, in my opinion, were some of the best done elements of the movie. Pixar has also always been very reliant when it comes to computer animation quality. Even their earliest movies like Toy Story and A Bug's Life still hold up to this day, even though they're not as polished as some of their more recent stuff. And I would argue that yes, they did a great job as per usual with this film. And also, this is something that I complain about a lot when I talk about movies that have like this environmentalist messaging going on. But in this movie's case, I think it's subtle and well done and integrated into the story in a fashion that without it, it's not the same movie. If you're going to talk about stuff like that, that's what I think you should do. And thankfully, Hoppers did that. As far as voice acting goes, it's kind of a mixed bag, honestly. Because there are some voice actors that I think do a good job, and there are others that I'm just saying going, what? Why did you do that? Case in point, John Hamm as the corrupt Mayor Jerry. Dude, I thought nailed it. However, the girl they have voicing the main character, I think her name is Mabel, wasn't a big fan of her. She just constantly yelled and shrieked, and you're just sitting there going, okay, there's this thing called subtlety. Sigourney Weaver nailed that in the 80s. Why don't you look at what she did and, approach your character that way instead of constantly yelling and shrieking? And since we're getting into the topic of problems with the movie, I get that this is supposed to be some kind of comedy, but the jokes are just not funny. You can approach humor in a kid-friendly way that, people of any age can appreciate and like and laugh. A lot of the Pixar movies I grew up with did just that. So why is it that all of a sudden no one can write good humor in a kid's movie anymore? On top of that, there are the stereotypical modern kid stuff where, on one hand, it kind of does deal with real issues and real themes, but on the other hand, there's still a lot of the typical stupid kids content, modern kids content crap that we get nowadays, like bright, flashy colors, loud noises. I also think that the main villain is weak. The main villain of this movie, first of all, you aren't even aware of his presence until over halfway into the movie. On top of that, main villain, just makes loud noises again. Whatever happened to the intimidating villains like Hopper in A Bug's Life or Stinky Pete in Toy Story 2? Whatever happened to those? Randall and Mr. Waternoose in Monsters Inc., good villains. This ain't a good villain. This is a very weak villain who just embraces all of the kids, the stereotypical dumb modern kids movie content bullcrap. So guys, at the end of the day, Hoppers, it has some good elements to it, some redeeming qualities to it, but at the end of the day, it's just another bad modern family movie. I could not enjoy this movie because a lot of the stereotypical modern dumb kids content stuff is all over the place in this movie, and at such a degree that it just prevented me from enjoying the movie. I would not recommend this at all, and personally, I would not take my family, if I have one, which I hope to one day. I would not take them to go see it. I would instead turn on A Bug's Life. I'm going to give Hoppers a 4. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as per usual, please don't forget, I have a secondary channel where I do gaming content. Please go check it out. And as per usual, please remember, the Podetsky will return.